Hello everyone, this is the Underdoll, and I wanted to cover two stories. Now, not regarding the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp story, but something rather more cultural when it comes to Disney, because Disney ruins basically everything they touch nowadays, at least. They want to remake everything, they are lazy as hell. So, well, one of the stories is basically the Palpatine we saw in The Rise of Skywalker is basically a clone. But why was this not revealed in the movie at all? And why does he look like he does in the movie? It makes no sense whatsoever. But I have a quote from Screen Rant where a book, not the movie, but a book, explains what it is. I mean, they've done this several times now regarding the movies. They basically have to explain everything that happened in The Rise of Skywalker because it's so rushed. There's no explanation for anything. And they didn't even explain how Palpatine was alive. How did he come back? Where did they get the DNA from him? So here's a quote. All the vials were empty of liquid save one, which was nearly depleted. Kylo peered closer. He had seen this apparatus before. 2. When he'd studied the Clone Wars as a boy, the liquid flowing into the living nightmare before him was fighting a losing battle to sustain the Emperor's putrid flesh. What could you give me? Kylo asked. Emperor Palpatine lived. After a fashion, and Kylo could feel in his very bones that this clone body sheltered the Emperor's actual spirit. It was an imperfect vessel, although unable to contain his immense power. It couldn't last much longer. Now, this just says what. This wasn't planned at all. You have to come with books months after the film has released. This the same fact goes for The Last Jedi and the other movies, where even in The Force Awakens they mentioned that Rey was hearing a dark voice in her head, telling her to kill Kylo Ren. Apparently, this was Palpatine, but there is no explanation. This is what movies are supposed to do. They're supposed to tell everything. Even Lucas knew this, and even though people have ragged on him for bad storytelling in the prequels, well, I would more say his directing and his dialogue wasn't as on top of his game. But you have Disney where they retcon everything. Kathleen Kennedy, who basically wiped everything out that she could from the expanded universe, and you have Bob Iger lying and backstabbing Lucas. It's just such a mess. The toys aren't selling. The DVDs are probably not gonna sell because The Last Jedi sold half of what The Force Awakens did, and even The Rise of Skywalker made half of what The Force Awakens did. So if we also look at the other story, which is also linked to this, because Disney don't know what they're doing, because now they're just removing characters from beloved movies just because they can, and apparently this is because of the Me Too era, according to the producer. This is from the AV Club. I'm gonna link both of them in the description below. Now I'm gonna. It's a short story, so I'm gonna read all of it. A producer on Disney's live-action Mulan remake has provided some context about the decision to remove a fan-favorite character who was one of the leads of the 1998 original. Stern commanding officer turned eventual love interest Li Shang. They also removed Mushu. And I also believe they removed the horse, if I'm correct as well. And not wholly surprisingly, it's the whole boss commanding officer romantic partner aspect that appears to have been that problem. The interesting part is, I just rewatched this movie a few days ago, by coincidence, and the romance happens at like the last scene of the movie. So he's no longer a commanding officer. So this makes no sense whatsoever. That's per producer Jason Reed, who told Collider this week that, particularly in the time of Me Too movement, the film's creators were uncomfortable with the inherent power differential between Mulan and Shang, leading them to split the part into two characters, Donnie Yen playing stone-faced mentor character Commander Tang, and Yosan An taking the budding romance duties as Chen Hongoi, a member of Mulan squad. You're just bastardizing the entire movie. Why are you doing this? Having a commanding officer that is also the sexual love interest. There was nothing sexual about in the movie. You're completely. Did you? Was very uncomfortable. We didn't even think it was an appropriate, Reed said, while explaining the decision, which honestly fair. The conversation around the sexual and gender politics of Mulan can get very complicated very quickly, given the source material, the nuances of Ming-Na Wen and B.D. Wong's vocal performances in the original movie, and the whole messy Disney of it all. But in light of not just Me Too, but also the wider conversation about sexual assault in the military, oh my god! This is a children's movie. This is a cartoon. Oh my god. My head hurts. Oh my god. What? What kind of logic is this? Because some bad things happen somewhere, you have to completely bastardize a movie millions of people love because... Oh my god. Often either committed or tacitly condoned by commanding officers, the decision to distance the film from the issue is understandable, even if it does lose us the hottest Donnie Osmond jam of 1998. Plus Donnie Yen, hooray. Oh my god. You should not watch this movie. Just don't watch anything Disney. Now you can do whatever you want with your money, of course, but I would personally not watch this garbage which they're doing to Disney classics. Sorry, my cat is doing some noises here. This is just garbage. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and see you guys next time. Bye.